Hi. Isn't that an awesome starting soon screen? That's Pancake Party. Pancake Party's got so much skill, so much talent, and surprised me with that. I think was that Friday in just a little, here you go, email. Like, what? Awesome, just awesome. And then all the new emotes. Have fun with those new emotes, guys. They just are, they're adorable. And we have animated ones now. And it's just so exciting. Evie, welcome on in. So there, I saw Hackweight, I saw Pancake Gabby, Pancake Party, Bopaju, Farscapers, Sunhill. 23 is number one. I saw somebody else in here too, and I don't, they're gone. Welcome, welcome. So this is my 6-month anniversary as a Twitch streamer. Only this is my first day ever playing a video game in front of folks, other than my hubby. He used to sit behind me and kibitz. Yeah, and if you don't know what kibitzing is, we call it backseating on Twitch. But, you know, he would say, did you look under that rock? Wait, don't go past that. You know, he was there. So we're here. Welcome. So glad you're here. I thought I'd decorate my domain with all things Zelda. So I pulled out everything I have that's, you know, Zelda trinkets and stuff. And so I wanted to show what have I brought. So behind me, let's see if I do this right, that way. Behind me over there is a throw, you know, just a cushy little comfy throw that is, looks like a cartridge for the original Zelda Gold game. So yeah, it is an awesome blanket. And my stepdaughter gave it to me a couple of Christmases ago, and I use it when it's cold. It's so comfy. And then I'm gonna have to turn around a little bit. Over here behind me, I set up a little table of all the goodies that hubby has given me over the years, probably starting in like 2010 or so. But see, the Zelda games back then were the original Zelda games, so it was all sword and shield. So the trinkets are shields and swords and a Triforce and a couple of necklaces that are shields and swords. And then when Breath of the Wild came along, very different. By now we're getting into amiibos, and I didn't have any amiibos. So he came along and he gave me, let's see if I can get it into this camera right. He gave me this one, which is, you know, Archer Link. And I keep it in the original plastic because he actually gave me two. He gave me one for my birthday and one for Christmas. He just forgot. So I have one in a box, and the rest are in a little plastic case that I can open easily and grab my amiibos and put them back. But then I don't have to dust them because this has a lid. I like that. And then, oh, I still have this. This is, for those, you know, my regulars know all about this, but this little box was the Christmas box that he wrapped to tell me about the amiibos because he hid them all over the house. And so he gave me this little box, and I don't know if you can hear this because it's not great quality, but we got to wait for it. It has audio. I don't know, can you hear this? So he recorded Hestu off the internet and put it in a little button box. And then last but not least is my crystal poo. So this is my Golden Poo Award. I went out and found this on the internet, but it's a piece of crystal that has gold leaf on the bottom, and so it gives off this sort of golden poo hue. And so when I got my 900 Koroks, that was my source of pride. I was proud. I was delighted. So anyway, there's all things Zelda. Oh, and I have a little heart necklace that I got this week in honor of the 6 months. So yeah, that's me. I don't. Oh, and I got my blue on that's sort of hero tunic blue, kinda. So that's my cosplay. So hi, Justin Grace. Welcome on in. I see you there. I see EV8 my essay. I think I already said hi. It's sort of the hero's tunic. It'll have to do. I went out and I looked at some of the shirts and things that you can get, but they wouldn't fit me right. So I thought, I'll wear this. This'll work. So thanks to Pancake Party, I think I already mentioned, she made all the emotes. So you guys coming on in, you have Pancake to thank. And she's just been made a moderator. So I now have 3 moderators. Pancake Party is a moderator. Kaylor was my first moderator. And Janice is my 3rd moderator. So hopefully we don't really need, moderating, because I don't have to worry about saying no spoilers. I've played this game. I know this game. So yeah, she did that. She did the starting screen. She did my transition screens. And I wanted to show this. This is kind of cute. So I was setting up, and I don't know if you can see, but behind me is like a screen. They call it a shoji screen. It's this big thing with like paper on it. And I usually have it just sort of shielding me from too much sunlight, but I wrapped it around this table where all my goodies are. And in order to do that, I had to kind of move my dog's little bed. And she seems to not care. I took a picture. But here she is. You can see she's this tiny little critter, but she's on the floor. And I had to move my cue cord. It's over on a chair. But yeah, I had to rearrange for the day. A beautiful little GodMod team. I have a fabulous team. So how the heck did I get here? For folks that are new to the channel, I just wanted to give a little background. Folks that have been here a while probably heard me tell this story a lot. But I started watching Twitch in October of 2020, and I came just because of DB Geek. I wanted to watch him play Breath of the Wild. And after about a month of just quietly watching, I got up the nerve to actually create myself a little login so I could talk in chat. And by then, I had read chat. And the whole thing seemed rather foreign to me because I didn't know people actually played games in front of other people on the internet. Like, what? So I'm reading the chat and realizing I'm so out of touch with the world because I didn't know half of the abbreviations. There was so much I did not get. And it made me feel kind of old and out of it. And so when it was time to come up with my name, the very first thing that came to my mind was, well, I'm a senior, and I'm a lady, and that's how the name came. It's all I could think of. So I had no intention of streaming. I just wanted to chat a little bit, and I wanted to donate when he was doing the hashtag Thankmas that year. So that's how that all got started. And then a year ago, March, so it's been a year now, when he finished his Breath of the Wild playthrough, I was inspired to write him a little song, and I did. And I went out to his videos about Breath of the Wild and snagged a few of the screenshots and put it together into a little slideshow with the song. And it's out on YouTube. And if you want to go find it, it's called DB Diddy, and it's on my channel. And sent it to him. But that started to let a few folks know that I sang and I played an instrument. And then in the summer, Kaylor, Sage of Gaming, said, well, you should totally give Twitch a try. Start streaming. I thought, what? What? But the idea didn't go away, and neither did Kaylor. Every few weeks he'd say, so when you gonna stream? And then he mentioned it to DB Geek in chat one day. He said, yeah, she's getting up the nerve to stream. I thought, I guess I am. So mid-September was my first stream of music, and the community came from DB Geek. He came and he raided like twice, and folks stayed, and I marvel to this day. It's been so fun to have folks come, and we sing and I play and we tell stories and we giggle, and it's just the best. So I'm delighted. To me, I'm celebrating the community. I'm celebrating that we can get together this way. I can't imagine any other way I could have met people in Australia and the UK and South America. It's just phenomenal. So yeah, I love it. So let's see, your streams are always fun. Thank you, Pancake Gabby. Kaylor's amazing. Horrible, but amazing. Well, but see, now it's Kaylor's fault I'm doing this game today too. I mean, it's not his fault. It's his doing. Because about a month ago, he was like, yeah, you do songs, but when are you going to game? And I thought, uh-oh. And I tell people I play Breath of the Wild, but now I got to put my money where my mouth has been. So, yeah, it's one thing to show off a little poop trophy, but it's another to actually play the game. Yeah, he does. He adds the pressure. But I'm one of those quiet types. It doesn't look like it, but I'm a quiet type. I'm not very bold. And so yeah, you kind of bold us timid ones. We need little ootses now and then to get us going. Oh, thank you, Papa Joe. Oh, thank you. All right. Okay. So, um, I wanted to mention before I got going, to especially for folks that are new, why the heck would you want to watch me play a game? So, a little bit of history, because I'm 65 years old. When my very first video game ever, my dad brought home, looked like a coffee table with a television stuck in the middle of it. And it was the original Pong game. So black and white television, and we each had a joystick on either side, and it had like little white bars, and those were your paddles, and you could move them up or down. And then it had a little square dot of white, and it would go across the screen as it would hit your paddle, and it would make a little noise, puck, puck, puck. This was the game. This was the game, and we were amazed. We were amazed. This was 1975. This is before the internet, before personal computers, before cell phones. None of that existed. But here's a TV we could interface with, that we could cause things to happen. So that was like mind blown. And then they started having arcade games. You could actually go someplace and play games. And then pretty soon color started to be introduced. And we had very little control over things. The music wasn't that great. The chips for sound were mostly beeps and boops and bops. And the music, they didn't have a lot of memory. So the songs were like that long, and they'd loop and kind of drill into your head. But that was what we did. And, date night, we'd go play in the arcades. But I wasn't any good at them. Games back then, especially arcade games, they were all about how fast can you go before you die. And pretty soon my brain was thinking, well, this is futile. I don't actually care what the number is, and I don't have great hand-eye coordination. So I kind of started to lose interest. And then years later, I started to get my hubby, who was a technophile. He got any and every new technological gizmo into the house, and he just sort of chew it all up. He loved it. He loved it all. So he brought home some games. And we were also playing text adventure games on the computers that were before personal computers, before mouses. We didn't have mice yet. So text adventure, one of us would have a lab notebook and take in notes, drawing maps because there weren't any graphics. And the other, me usually, would be typing at the keyboard, interfacing with the computer, trying to come up with the right way to say something to get information. And these things took like ages to play, but they were so fun. The imagination, the puzzle solving, the surprises, I loved it. So I was more into that. And then he started bringing home games that I think the Nintendo NES came home, and he brought home Zelda. And I thought, I can play this game. This game doesn't rely on how fast can you go. I can go at my own pace. And it's adventuring, and it's puzzle solving. I love this game. And it had tedious moments. There were times where you had to bomb every wall because the game didn't give you any clues about where things were hidden. And so, we kind of called that pixel mashing, where we just, blow that up, blow that up, blow that up. And you had to kind of pay those dues. But I still loved the game overall. And then Zelda 2 came out, and I was so excited, and I hated the game because it wasn't anything like the first one. It was much more, side scroller, had more to do with how well can you jump, how well can you hold your shield. And it missed all of that go at your own pace and adventure quality that I really liked in the first one. And I thought, oh man, nobody else liked the first one. I didn't know. We still didn't have the internet readily available. And so I just assumed that it had been a fluke, a little dead duck, times change, moving on. So I kind of gave up on games. No more games for Marilee. I went back to work, just focused on work, and that was that. hubby's still playing games. He's bringing home whatever console there was. I got involved a little bit with Mario when Super Mario Galaxy came out. Yeah, I got involved with that. It was a lot of fun. But that was pretty much it for me. Focus on work until I retired. And I retired in 2008. And we got ourselves a Wii so that I could play with nunchucks. And I got the Wii U, and then I got a 3DS. And I went back and got hold of every Zelda game. I was so surprised they even existed because I had paid no attention. It was like, what is this Ocarina of Time? And I'm playing it in 3D on the 3DS. And then pretty soon I'm just picking and choosing the DS games that were available, and Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess and all of those. And just suck them dry like I'm eating ribs. Just gone. And then when I heard there was a new Zelda game coming out, I pre-ordered. I didn't care what it was going to be. I just pre-ordered. And I didn't have the mindset of internet yet. So I didn't see any of the trailers for it. I didn't see any of the Nintendo Directs that might have mentioned it. I just didn't even know they were there. Just not there. And then I got my game, loaded it into my Wii U, and started to play. And I just played it into the ground in normal mode and just loved it. I loved the music. I loved the pace. I loved the artwork. I loved how alive it felt. And I loved how smart the monsters were. And so all of this, it was just like, yes, now it's time for master mode. And I thought, okay, well, master mode's going to be kind of like the other Zelda games that would have the advanced mode or the hard mode or whatever they called it. And so I was expecting maybe they're going to flip the world like they did in one. Or maybe they're just going to make damage twice as much like I saw them do before. Maybe there'll just be a few more monsters scattered about. Let's go. I can do this. And so started up, and I was absolutely shocked at the differences. And they don't tell you the differences. It's up to you to start to notice the differences. And after the shock of how much stronger the monsters were, how much faster they were, how their health regenerates, and how some of them are up on rafts now at every one of the bridges you're going to cross. My gosh, my brain just I was blown. And so I decided that I was just going to avoid the monsters, because in normal mode, I had gotten used to just find a high spot and throw bombs till they die. Well, that doesn't actually work in master mode, because they regenerate, and the bombs don't do much more than shake them up. And even then, only about the bokoblins. Pretty much everybody else is like, what was that? So no bombs. So my tactic was just avoid the monster camps and go after the main story. Well, that doesn't do diddly for preparing you for the challenge, the Trial of the Sword challenge, right? So I got into that. And I got into about, the fifth screen, and I died, and I died, and I died. And I started to rage. And I'm making all kinds of obscene noises back in the living room. And finally, hubby showed up one day, and he handed me a Nintendo Switch and a new copy of the game and a new copy of the DLC. And he said, start over. You've missed something. Games aren't that hard. So go find out what you missed. And I did. I sat down in the chair that's got the gold cover on it. And I started fresh, all the way through normal mode, into master mode, into the Trial of Sword, and I died in the exact same spot again. And I'd learned nothing new. I still couldn't figure it out. I was so mad, and I felt so defeated. I thought, I have to go on the internet and look. And I don't want to, because to me, that's like admitting defeat, and I didn't want to. So I did. I went out to YouTube, and I found a video that was titled Breath of the Wild, Trial of the Sword, Master Mode, No Damage. And I thought, okay, if this guy could do a no damage run, he knows a thing or two. And I didn't want to see it all. I just wanted to see the part where I was stuck. So I just scooched myself forward and found that part and watched that scene. And I just went, Oh my gosh. I realized I hadn't learned how to sneak. I didn't know you could sneak leap. You know, that little leap forward. I didn't know about that. I hadn't learned how to parry. My dodging was not perfect. There was a ton of stuff I really hadn't mastered. I was no master. And suddenly I realized they took it seriously, that master mode. They really wanted you to learn how to make potions or elixirs. They wanted you to actually make decisions and understand the differences of the monsters and the differences in your weapons and what combinations are going to do what. There was a ton more to learn. So I've been learning ever since. I'm going to play it today. We'll probably get through the beginning and the middle levels today if I don't mess up too badly. And I don't think I have time for all three. So Friday I'll do the third one. And I'll tell you as we go along, I'll tell you what I've learned, what my plan is, because I'm all about the strategy. And then we'll see what mayhem actually happens because the game has so much randomness to it, you know? So, okay, are you guys ready? Shall we say let's go? I need a drink. If you haven't played it, consider this like a class because I'm going to try and just teach what I've learned. And if you have played it and you know stuff that I don't, you know, feel free to chat about it because I haven't learned everything. I don't just jump on the internet and suck it all dry because, you know, I do still have pride. But okay, so let's see. I have a gamer mode screen. See if I get this set up. I love that little transition. Pancake did that too. And so there's me. And hopefully I'll stay kind of in the middle. There, that doesn't look too shabby. Alrighty. And you should have audio. Let's get, oops. I moved that inadvertently. So here we are. Let me know, is the audio okay? If I want to know if the music is not too loud and I'm audible. I have me set a little bit louder, but I can turn the game down if you need. And feel free to have fun. Okay, so we're starting out here. And the reason I want, okay, good. Thanks, Pancake. The reason I wanted to start out here is this is one of the few, I'm going to turn the audio down for me though. I've got my headsets on and these are sensitive little headsets. And these little guys. Okay. Okay, 23 is number one. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, so now we're at my house, but this is one spot that has a tree next to the cooking pot, which lets me get up close to him camera-wise. Let's get as close as we can. There you are. And the reason I wanted to show you this, this was one of those things I stumbled on. Once I learned how to cook, I would hit the X button really quickly and skip the animation. But I was surprised one day when I didn't. We're gonna make a nice mighty meal with one horn and some bananas. But watch his face. Watch his face. He loves to cook. I never thought about it, but look how happy. And then and then because it's a really good meal, look, he's so hungry. Wait for it. And then back to business. He's all business again. I thought that was so stinking cute. So I wanted to show that. And these kind of surprises are all over in the game. Why would they do that? Why would they take that time? These developers, Nintendo blows my mind. Just blows my mind. All right, we are traveling. Yeah, the details. And the other day before yesterday, I was testing out my rig and playing the game, and I saw a moblin jump down like 2 floors to get to me and then jump back up 2 floors. I didn't know they could do that. Okay, we are here. Another thing I learned You'll probably all know that there's a frame rate issue in this forest, right? Where it starts to get kind of jiggly and jarry because there's so many objects to render. Well, I learned that if I am a little bit high, there's fewer objects on the screen and it doesn't jiggle quite as much. So I do that. I'll go through the forest from above and not go too fast because it can get jarring. Alrighty. Now, I restarted the game to do this challenge and I got as far as I've got my sword. So I only have 13 hearts going in. So I'm going to use a booster here, a nice durian meal. And that gives me like 9 extra hearts. And I'm going to boost my endurance as well because you never know. I might have to run away and I'll need it, but I'm going to try and not use it. So I'm going to eat that. And now we're going to eat the 30-minute meal that we just made. So we've got our attack boosted, we've got our hearts boosted, we've got our stamina boosted. The stamina could be more, the hearts could be more, but this is about what I wanted to go in with given how far into the game I was, which is only about halfway through the main play. Oh, thanks for doing a poll. That's cool. So 71 have not done this. Yay! Okay, then I actually maybe have some stuff to show. And if you consider it spoilers, you know, feel free to not watch. I understand. I totally get it. I was disappointed when I got into master mode and the tips on the screen were no different than they were in normal mode. There were no new hints. They were like, yeah, you're on your own. Okay. To the Blade's chosen hero, in the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer the trial of the sword. You presently lack the power necessary to wield the true splendor of the Master Sword. You must fortify your mind, body, and soul by eradicating all obstacles that appear in the realm. In this illusory realm of sacred mystery, anything can happen. All that you obtain here will be lost upon your return to the reality you know. Chosen hero of the Master Sword, overcome the trial of the sword and claim the blade's true splendor. So here we go. This room, we start out with 3 bokoblins at their camp. And in normal mode, of course, they were little red guys. Here they're blue. And that's not like twice as hard. That's a lot harder. And I'm a little nakey boy. So I start out with a square bomb, and I'm just using it to lure them. There they are. They got goodies in their camp, and I want their goodies. Whoops. So I gotta not talk so much. I'm gonna throw this. And while they're busy playing soccer, I'm gonna raid. There's more weapons than there were in normal mode. But the bad guys are much badder. Now, I can't handle 2 at once. Luckily, they had kicked the bomb down where I could use it. And I take a breather. You will find me take a lot of breathers because I get so dang nervous in here. So I have rusty stuff here, but this number 12 rusty is pretty good against these guys. And I'm going to try and hold them still with stasis. And if I can get them like one at a time, I have a shot at it. So I got one guy who found me. And I'm using that tree to block the view of the other guy. 3, 4. That ought to be enough. Yes. Now, the other guy went back to camp. There's still... I see one of them still has a spear. And since I'm nakey, that spear can hurt. Especially if he puts it on fire. Ah, he put it on fire. Of course he did. But this guy's even closer. And my weapon broke. Okie dokie. I don't want to get close to this dude. And see, I'm not that good at perfect dodges. I'll get it later. Okay, I did it without getting hurt. Yay! Let's take a moment. Okay, I lost one weapon in that, but now see, if I had not had my attack up, I would have lost like twice as many, maybe even 3 times as many weapons. We want to see the power of Senior Lady. Welcome, Hyrule Warrior, welcome. So I'm going to do my best to chat like between the scenes, because when I get in there, it's harder and harder to talk, harder to finish sentences whilst playing. Okay, so I'm going to go around now, go get that last weapon that is burning. And we're going to climb this tree and get some eggs that are up here. And that's true with normal mode. And over we go for some food. And it's kind of random what you're going to get in there. So let's see. Yeah, we didn't get anything great, just a few little random tidbits. So we're headed into the next world. Now the next world is where I'm going to pick up a bow and some arrows. There's a group of bokoblins up on a tower, and then another one on a lookout post. So they have bows and arrows. I want to avoid them. I use the perimeter. I go the long way around as quickly as I can to save time. So part of me wants to do this quickly because I want to preserve my attack up boost. But I am not as bold as some of the speedrunners, so, no. All right, so I'm here. I'm going to use bombs. There's 3 bokoblins on this platform, and I want to knock a couple off so that I'm not dealing with all of them at once. And so I'm going to throw this, but see the wind that the fire dude is causing? I got to kind of watch that so that the bomb doesn't just get floating away. All right, oh, look, I got them both at once. That's a real treat. All right, now I'm going to use stasis on the 3rd guy and kind of beat him up. I got him before he made a noise. Oh, darn, I didn't kill him completely. And this guy's making noise. I got to be quick, because he could start shooting at any moment. Yep, there he is, shooting. Now, I don't have a bow, but I got some arrows. There's a bow up here. Okay, and we jump over this away. I need to get an angle where I can shoot him a second time. There we go. This is different. Usually, there he goes. Usually he goes after his bow and gives me a chance. Now those 2 guys, they are together. Separate, you guys. Just separate. Break it up. Oh, that's separate enough. Okay, got him. And now I don't think I have the best of weapons. Probably use this, I think. Will that roll? I still have an arrow guy down there, so he's shooting at me from there. Let me see if I can at least break up his attention. Oh, darn it. No. Ah. That got him. That got him a little bit. All right. Pick up his bow. I was lucky that this guy did not come after me whilst I was doing that. Oh, I forgot it wasn't ready. Dang. And if I could parry, I would have been able to do that differently. But I just don't parry worth a darn. Not under pressure. If I'm just sitting there saying, let's practice parrying, yeah, I can get it. But under the duress of the moment and the music, I go a little weird. So where's this guy? Miss. Okay. Whew. Yeah, that music. The music in this game to me is absolute brilliance. When you're in the snow and it just shimmers and sparkles. It's, you know, in previous games you had your companion Navi or you had Fee inside your sword and it kept you company and gave you clues. In this game, it's the music. The music tells you what's going on. And it is the breath of the wild. Yeah. Okay, now I've got a better weapon here and I should have been using it, but my brain hadn't kicked in properly. I only have 5 arrows. I'm going to take my better shield, even though I mostly forget to use shields. And I have a tendency to try and do, I regroup myself at the end of a scene so that I'm kind of ready to go for the next scene. And what that means is I've been doing this many, 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 many times to remember what's in the next scene. So what's coming? We have another camp, but it's all choo-choos. So it's not necessarily difficult. In fact, I don't need that weapon at this stage. Only recently played wearing headphone and so many, yes! Shim, you're right. There's a lot of audio cues that I missed. You know, you try to keep it kind of quiet when you are playing with other people in the house. But yeah. I wish I could get all 3 at once, but I never have been able to. Now come the big boys, and I actually use these guys. I come and kind of get their attention. Hello. Hello. Let's go. Now I want them to follow me, but I don't want them to jump. Because if they follow, it's kind of dicey. Get them all going. But if they follow, notice they're a lot hotter. If they jump, you lose that. You get a little burst, but you don't get nearly as good a burn. There we go. This is good. So now, up we get. Oh, not a good jump. Aha! There, that should be good. I took some hits there. But yeah, I can use some fire arrows. Now, that's too bad. Notice that I used a bomb, but he didn't die. And that's because he's not on fire. If they're on fire, the bombs do more damage. Little things like that. Little rules. There we go. Let's go around the corner here. Aw, too early. I got tired of running. I've seen, I went back after I actually finished this, and I went back and watched the whole video of the guy that did it with no damage. It's worth watching. He knows so much good stuff. But he just did arrows in here and got it done like straight away. So I left behind a chest. There's a second chest in here. It has a boomerang. I'm no good with boomerangs, so I'd rather have my attack up. Now I gotta focus here. Let me just stop a minute. Okay, in this room, we have 2 black bokoblins, so we're coming up in the world, and 1, 2, 3, 4 blues, I think. A lot of guys with arrows. It's a tough world. So I always try to get the arrow guys first because they have their horns. They let everybody else know it's mayhem. So my first one is right here. Now hold him still. I could have done one shot, but I don't trust it. Okay, now there's another one at the foot. Let's see if I show you. There he is, at the foot of those stairs. And right over at this tree, they have placed some rusty goodies that if I ignore them, because they're not that great to have, but if I ignore them, these guys pick them up, and me being nakey, they're really they're okay, I can't talk. Okay. Now I'm running this way because there's another up that way. There's another guy with a bow and arrow, and I don't want him to see me as I get this guy's attention. This is rare. He's actually got his back to me. That is the first time I've ever been able to do that. Usually I have to lure him out. There's a couple of eggs up here, and I'm lucky again because that blue guy has his back to me. Lots of times I'll do that, and he sees me and blows his horn, and all hell breaks loose. So now I want this tower. Up here is another bad guy, and I want to poke him off his perch. So I'll use this. He's hard to poke off, and sometimes he'll poke me first. This is kind of dicey. Oh! Go, go, go! Off, off, off! Off! Uh-oh. This is dangerous. It's like I'm afraid to let go. Ah! Yay! Okay, he perished. Now, okay, down below is let's see if I can show you this way. There's this guy, and he is looking right where I want to go. I want to go there. So I'm going to go there, but then I'm going to leave real quick. I want the better bow. I need the better bow. And hopefully... Oh, look, he chased me down. He chased me down. Ow! You swine. Okay. Okay. So if I were bolder and had skill, I would just, go after him. But I lack skill. All right. I'm going to get the better bow. I'm going to drop these ones because I really can't use them anymore. They're too weak. I'm going up against bigger, badder guys. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go after the blue guys that are on that lower platform. Whoops. Oh! All right, trouble here. I'm out of arrows. I've got fire arrows, but I lost. When you run out of arrows, you drop fast. You don't get to stay in the air and change. So I wasn't paying attention to my inventory, and now I will pay the price. And I'm pretty sure it's an expensive price. They didn't get me while I was there. I'm amazed. I'll take that. That little traveler's spear didn't burn up. Lots of times it does. Okay. This is like my little safe hidey hole. Okay, so he's done. I'll take this better weapon. Glad to have it. Oh, I'm in trouble. How'd I get this on the wrong thing? I did, though. And I want to have this weapon, and I need to sort. Okay, let's Okay, I only have one of these bad guys. Wind it up, wind it up. Whew. And that was something I had to practice. Being able to, you get that melee going and then stop it without slamming into the ground. I hate that slamming into the ground at the end. So I practiced. And the way you do that is, you're using the Y button to do the melee. And you hit the B button, but you still have to be holding the Y button down. Okay. I hear you. There he is. This guy is brutal. Okay, get it wound up. Ah! Oh! I didn't do that right. I was trying to land on him and I failed. Woo! Okay. I have to go get all my supplies. Speedrunners don't have to. Speedrunners just don't care about, replenishing hearts. But I need hearts and I need arrows. And so here we are. And I always use my axe to open these things because it actually lasts pretty well. It's a terrible weapon, but it lasts well for this, and I hate wasting my good weapons on something as simple as smashing open a box. Okay, that's cool. I now have some arrows. I don't need that. What's next? We have a room coming up now that has 2 moblins, and they're doing like a perimeter patrol. And then there's like a hut in the middle with 3 bokoblins. So I'm going to take out the moblins one by one and then go after the hut. That's the plan. So to take them out, I will start with, well, I have really crummy weapons. I'll start, well, you know what? I'll use this guy, I think, and see how well it goes. Now, inside the hut, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's probably 5 or 6 good weapons. So what I do is I make room now so I can pick them up quickly and drop the rusty one. Okay, I got room. Can't really use those anyway because we're dealing with bigger, badder guys now. This takes so much energy. You just get so dang tense. And I know if I can just stay calm, I would actually do better. But nay. Okay, so off we go to the left, just because that's my habit. And I get this guy's attention. Hello. But I lure him away because I don't want to attract attention of anybody else. I think 6 is enough. Not quite. 7, 8. All right, so I get his weapon, which is kind of crummy. And there's another axe here. And I pick that up because I don't want anyone else to have it. And around we go to get moblin number 2. And there he is, and I want to get his attention. I was successful. Woo! Okay, do the correct thing. Wind up. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, okay. Luckily, it didn't attract attention from inside. Now, these guys are really tough. So I kind of cheat. There's food in there, and I sacrifice it with fire. It already took out one of them. There's 2 others in there. I'm hoping it'll burn. Yet, took out another one, but not this guy. There we go. And now I just got to get all my good weapons before they burn up. So I got to be quick. I wish it would not change my focus like it does. Oops. So yeah, this is all roasty toasty goodness now. But that's not a bad trade given how very difficult those dudes are. Let's go get that last one. Now I don't think that there's any other chests in here or any other surprised goodies, but that was a lot of weapons to be able to pick up. And I can't use these little weak dudes. I'm now going into our first talus. Is just a regular stone talus, but with you being naked, your feet slip off of him. So the challenge here is to stay on and beat him up. I would love to use this weapon, my 27 club, but I'm saving it for later. And instead, I'm going to be using these two guys that I think, did I get both of them? No, I only got one here. This one's going to break soon. So we'll start with this one. Okay. Let's go. Here he is. Stay on. Stay on. Don't stay on. Stay on. Ugh. All right. We'll get the next one. Woo. Oh, you knocked me off. So. Okay. Woo-wee. I can relax. Okay. Now when I took him down in normal mode, I hid in a tree and threw bombs till he died. And he couldn't get me because the branches of the tree kept me safe, but that didn't work in master mode because the bombs didn't do diddly. They didn't do diddly. And then I didn't have nearly enough arrows to take him down. So yeah, that's how you gotta do it. Now, that's the end of him. I'm ready to go into a little rest area. Justin Grace says she did that way too. Ah, okay. So now I'm naked again as we head on in, and that's because I don't want to scare off the fairy that's in there. Oh my gosh. So I loved it the first time I saw DB Geek come in here and he was all suspicious about, you know, what hazards there may be. I did the same thing. I was looking for danger everywhere. And I chopped down every tree and picked up every stick of wood and used them. So it took me ages to get to where I actually had anything left over at the end. Okay. Don't have to creep around anymore. So picking up some good stuff there. Goodies there. So what we've got coming up next are a bunch of lizards. So we've outgrown bokoblins, we're headed for lizards. Lizards and beyond. And that's why they're giving us a spear. So in the next room, we're going to see lizards. We're going to need that, but I'm not done with my axe. We're also going to be picking up some of their spears. So I'm going to drop these guys. I just need the room. And I'm going to drop this guy. It's not that I've outgrown them, but the monsters certainly have. A couple of defense mushrooms. I used to spend my time trying to climb this tree, but barefoot it takes forever. And so I just chop it down. The first time I played Breath of the Wild, I didn't chop down any apple trees because I was afraid they wouldn't regrow and I didn't want to not have apples. So I didn't chop them down. When Bolson asked for wood, I went everywhere I could and just took a tree here and a tree there because I was worried about deforestation. I didn't know it was all going to just, respawn. Heck, I didn't even know the term respawn. I learned a lot. And that's how I fish. I fish with a bomb because it's just, yes, that much easier. Okay, what have we got? Well, we have two. We didn't get any mighty bananas. So this run through is kind of stingy. That's too bad. We only have 2 razor shrooms. I'm going to need more mighty. I'm down to 30 minutes of my original attack. So we're going to cook those guys. I would have loved to have had more because that's just 1 more minute. But I'll take what I can get. Because I don't have that, and because I'm talking and taking time, I'm going to probably need to boost my defense. I got hit a good bit. So I'll probably end up using that when my attack runs out. Now I only have 1 fairy, so I'm not going to cook with that fairy. They might whack me good, and so I need that insurance. But all these other special guys, I can't really use them. So I just cook them together, make a meal. And they gave me 8 hearts. Now I only have 13, so 8's not bad. Anything 10 and below is actually a good meal for me when you're dealing with these low numbers. But this omelet's pretty darn good. 8. And I got 1 too many fruits, which isn't bad. Okay. And I'll go ahead and cook this. Hopefully I don't need just 1 heart, but you never know. Alrighty. What have I got? I got some roasty toasty goodness. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right now. And I have an 8. So we're going to stock up, get ourselves ready to go. This next room, no longer need that. There was a better shield. I missed it somewhere along the way, so I'm glad they gifted me this one. I'll use that. I don't need 2 axes. I do need that. And I need them to hold still. So I think I'm ready to go. Oh, and to let you guys know, regulars, I'm able to save this VOD because it's a game. I don't have to do the copyright DLC takedown stuff. So we'll have this for a couple of weeks anyway. In here we have 2 lizards in a camp, so they got all kinds of goodies. I take them down first because if they're going to kill me, I want them to kill me now, so I don't waste so much time. And I'm just going to try and get one without the other one getting me. And get out of there. And I want to kind of raid his camp a little bit so he can't have these weapons. He's already got a good one. Woo! Now he's in water. Water's dangerous. I'm going to see if I can just get way out of here and lure him out of the water. Yeah. Get out of that water. I'm gonna get over here. Ah! So notice, lizards jump back. This is kind of important. They jump back because they can't see up close. Aha! Wrong. Now he's way in the water. Oh, and that guy has spotted me. That's the first time that's happened. All right. Let's see if I can get him to forget about me. Usually arrow guys are tenacious. He doesn't see me. All right, he's given up. Yay. Grab the fish. Take his arrows. Now I want a little privacy from him. Up. More arrows. Keeping an eye on, there's 2 more in here to take down. I'm up to 45 arrows, and that'll be helpful. I think we'll use that. I still have all my hearts. Yay! Yay, Merrily! That's really good. Okie dokie. Now, over we go. He heard me. Okay. Now I'm waiting on the stasis. Okay. Yay, that went pretty well. He heard me say yay merrily. Yeah, he probably did. They have very good hearing, but this is good to know for lizards. If you're on an ice block, they don't see through the ice block and they forget about you. So I'll be glad to have that bit of knowledge later. Unlike bokoblins, who can see right through trees apparently, because when you're on a tree, it's like you're just right in front of them. They don't give up. So all these little subtle differences and details in these monsters, like dang. Okay. We're headed into a room now where we're going to have a whiz robe with a thunder rod and 2 octoroks in the water. So I'm going to take out the octoroks first. Oh my gosh. It was awesome. Oh, thank you. We go there. I love that the octoroks miss you the first time. It's just such a nice thing. He's way out there. I have the wrong bow. Yeah, see, I missed that guy because I didn't have the right bow equipped. And so I'm going to go over here and get more arrows. I'll fall off the rock. I'm sorry. That poor little guy. All right, now there's another chest over there. Let's see. I can go like this. Over there. But it's another bow, and it's a decent little bow. But I want to save up on my attack. I've only got 9 minutes left, and I didn't get a very good one in my food supplies. So attack is more important than that bow right now. And that's too bad. But that's part of it. Every time you play, you're making different trade-offs. Now notice, he saw the octorok go down. He doesn't always, but this time he did. He's like, where'd my Octorok pet go? And so now he's over the water, and I hate that because I can't hardly hit him with a weapon when he's over the water. See, I can't reach him. Yeah, that's... Oh, he's annoying. He's an annoying little son of a gun. But I get his tights. Got him. Well, I tell you, that one's tense. It's tense because he's got thunder, lightning, and oh, I'm not going to get that chest. If you miss, pretty soon he's got lightning keys coming after you, and it starts to rain and thunder in there, and it's just mayhem. So the sooner you can take those guys down, the better. Okay, this is the room. We're heading into the room that caused me to rage. This is the room that caused my husband to buy me a Switch. This is the room that made me feel so stupid. And I've learned a lot since this room. This one has 2 silver lizards. They are tough. And a blue lizard, he's not so tough. But the silver lizards, if they land in the water, you can get headshots with arrows. You know, hit them in the head and it's double the damage. But even with attack up, doing that, they recover quicker than you can make progress. So if they land in the water, you're done. You're done. And it took me ages to figure out that that's true. And I tried all different kinds of ways to keep them out of the water. But I didn't know, and this is what I learned watching that guy's video, I did not know that they could not see up close. And so sneaking up on them is the actual most important thing you can do. Get in under their vision. Now you can sneak attack and they can't find you. I was stunned to learn this. And stunned, the game doesn't tell you that. You know, in those little hints in the game about all the different monsters, they'll tell you that they eat meat. Okay. But they don't tell you they can't see. And that's why they always jump back and all their attacks are ranged attacks. They can't see down. Okay, so I have my biggest, baddest weapon to go against these guys. And I've got my best bow to go after the blue one. I have all my hearts up. I have attack. I have stasis at the ready. I gotta focus. Okay, that was a good hit. That takes out the blue guy. He is noisy. He has arrows. So if you don't take him out straight away, he alerts everybody and it's mayhem and you're dead. So he's out of the way. Now I just put down 2 ice blocks because if I screw up with the silver guys and they fall in the water, all I can do is run and hide and wait for them to lose track of me and start over. I will have lost attack up. I will have lost all the hits that I had gotten on my weapon, but at least I have a chance to try again. So that's my insurance. It's not a slam dunk. All right, down we go. This is where I had to learn how to really creep. And it matters. If you watch the little sound bar, I used to want to walk that fast. Look how noisy it is. So stupid. You got to walk as slow as you possibly can. And with that, you can now leap quietly. This took so much practice. And a lot of times I'd go so slow, I'd stop creeping, and instead of leaping forward, I'd jump up, and the gig was up. So, okay, they don't see me yet. One at a time. I'm creeping quietly. I get nervous and start going faster. Now I'm within striking range. If I strike, he goes in the water. So I do that. This is what that guy's video taught me. Now he's looking around. He still doesn't know I'm here. Oh. The jig's up. The jig is up. I didn't sneak it. I was too busy talking. And they both now know. All I can do is run and hide. I've lost about a minute. But they don't come after me. Sometimes they'll come after me in the water when I do this, but hiding here, they don't see me. They're back in position. Okay. Down we go. Do it better. I was just too slow getting behind him when he went to look at the arrow. Slow. Quiet. Whack him in the butt. And then, don't be where you were, because he looks where you were. And I use my body to kind of keep him out of the water. Got him. Okay. I just have to take a moment. I just got to rest a second or two. Knowing when to run and hide is golden. Okay, we do it again. And I fall in the water. That was so stupid. All right. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just losing attack up. But I'm not dying. Okay. I get nervous, so when stuff like that happens and you have to run, then you don't creep so well, because now your adrenaline is flowing. Calm, slow. My fingers are so tense trying to be slow. And the reason the biggest, baddest weapon is because the more you do this, the stronger the likelihood they'll go in the water. I did it. I did it. Okay. That's worth celebrating. I tell you, the first time it worked, I literally danced. I literally was up in the air, out of my chair, going yippity, yippity, yippity. I was so happy. I tried everything. I've climbed on their little skull structure here. I tried to get them from above. Nothing I tried worked. I tried using the bomb barrels that they have over on that far platform. Didn't work. I was a sitting duck up there. So many things did not work. Alrighty. I do need to, there's a chest over here and I think I better go get it. Because it has a bow. And I had not done the previous bow because I didn't want to waste my attack up. But I succeeded here, so I'm okay spending the time. You just can't imagine how tense I got. Trying to be quiet. And I probably don't really need all of this now because we're getting close to the end. But I'm a Zelda player. Zelda players are hoarders. Okay, I do not need these though. And I have had to learn to keep myself, like if I know I'm not going to use something, I go ahead and drop it. And I know that that's like not Zelda, but it takes so long to drop it in the heat of battle. And if you drop something anywhere near a bad guy, they'll pick it up. So I've learned, keep at least one slot open so you can do stuff. You tell Dee that you are a Zelda player. Thank you, Pancake. Yeah, well, you know, and in the earlier Zelda games, you cut every blade of grass. You burned every shrub. You just get used to being this absolute completionist. So in here, leaving stuff behind, your brain just says, what? That's what you got to do. And that's the thing about every Zelda game. They do it a little differently. They feature whatever hardware is unique to the platform. They introduce new tools, new weapons. It's always about what's new. I love that. I love the inventiveness. Okay. This room is a gauntlet. And if I was a sharpshooter, I would take the boat and just go down. I mean, the boat's just going to go. You don't have to blow the sail and, you know, just pick them off. Pew, 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 pew. I'm not a sharpshooter, so that's not my method. I'm going to go this way. And I'm going this way for a couple reasons. It makes me less of a sitting duck. Rats. I gotta do that again. First time I broke a block like this, I got so mad. I thought, what? What do you mean I could break it with my head? My head's not that strong. Let's just go this way. Okay, so I'm headed to that clump of rocks because there's actually a chest in that clump of rocks. It's a little awkward because of the wind. And there's guys going to be shooting at me, so I got to kind of watch those guys. They've got fire arrows. Son of guns. Down we go, just to avoid their eyesight. Get the chest. There's two guys on platforms to see shock arrows. Those are going to come in handy. Luckily, bokoblins, if they take aim... Alright, are you there? Yeah, you're there. And there's one there. I think I can catch this one to my left. No, need a little more. I was afraid of that. I heard him. I jump back in the water a lot. And then wait for them to go. Which way did he go, George? And then take my shot. Okay. Dang. This is why I went and got all those arrows. Okay, I think I might... Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now you, I think you're too far away. Yep. Too far. Okay. And I will go ahead and mosey this away. Okay. Now let the wind carry me. Now there's a chest up there, and sometimes it's not up there. Sometimes it's in the water, which is kind of weird. But yeah, more arrows. And I don't go after their little bows because it takes too long, and I have better bows. What am I doing? Taking a break. Just taking a break. Whew. All right, up. I'm going to see if I can push this. That's good. That gives me a little bit of shield. There's 3 guys on the platform directly ahead of me. 2 are blue, 1 is black. And then above that, there's a silver bokoblin. And above that is a silver moblin. So I don't know if you can see these guys. There they are. I am going to use fire. And they're throwing rocks at me. But rocks don't hurt too bad. Ow. Heart-wise. I find them really annoying. But they give up quickly. Hopefully. He's close to the edge. Off you go. Go. They can't swim. And the silver guys missed me, so I'm okay. More fire arrows. The hardest part about being a Zelda player and doing this stuff is actually using your supplies. You know, you get so used to hoarding that you stop using, and I had to actually overcome that and start using my fire arrows instead of just keeping them forever. That's hard. That's a hard habit to overcome. Okay, now I need more insurance. So I've put another ice block out there for a quick getaway. And I don't need that. What I do need to do now is I want to get the two silver guys off the platform. I don't want to fight them as much as I want to just push them off. So I'm going to use a spear, and I may need to use some electricity, and I'm definitely going to use stasis, but I have learned that they are more stable on the level. Uh-oh, I don't want to do both of them. I don't want both of them. So I'm going to make an escape. I can't do two at once. Sometimes, or twice now, the bokoblin has chased me into the water and actually just killed himself. But he didn't do it today. Darn it, I have to earn it. So I wait until I see old moblin dude get out of the way. I have tried to shoot him. Like, see, he loves to hang out here. And I have tried to shoot him. But it's just awkward as heck, and he's moving. He's just always moving. And I've tried to knock him down from where he loves to perch, but he lands here on this platform, and that doesn't work. So what I've had to do is, let's see if I can get the silver one. Is he at the edge? Yes, he is. So as long as I don't attract the moblin's attention. Yeah. Not electricity, because that'll hold him still, but there we go. He was close to the edge, so I was able to just get him to go off. Sometimes he has to chase me down, and if I get him on the stairways, then he's a little off-footed, and I can knock him off. The moblin is a piece of work. He's stable, and all my weapons are weak compared to him. So he can clean my clock right away. This is one of those, it could go either way moments. So I need to drink. I'm going to go back to using this because it's got the most heft. And see if I can't hold him on the stairway and knock him away. What makes me crazy is I want to knock him to the left and I melee to the right. All right, so I got to get his attention. Hey. You don't get much time. Go off. Got him. That, I'm so happy that worked, and I nearly fell. Now, he's got some pretty decent little weapons. Oh, and I don't have any more attack. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to use this attack up for the last. We're at the last room. And it's not actually as difficult. We're going up against a Hinox, but he's actually got some decent weapon hanging off of his neck. So I'll make sure I have room. Yes. We'll just take him down. So it takes eyeball shots, and it takes stasis, and it takes whackety whacks, and that's about it. Let's go. Oh, thanks for the GGs. Hey, those are my GGs. Yay. I used to use fire arrows right there, and the grass would catch fire and burn me. Gather up. Whackety whack. Get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. Back we go. Whackety whacks. Yeah, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We're too close to the water. I feel bad. He sounds like he's in pain. Right in the Gronex. Welcome, VH Sarcade. VH Sarcade. Welcome, welcome. Yes, we got him. We did the first level. I have no idea how much time it took, but oh, I didn't get hit too many times. I feel pretty darn good. Oh, VHS Arcade, of course. Thank you, Kaler. I'm quick. Well, you know what? I am now, but only because I've done this a lot and I've practiced, and you know, I'm not one of those players who can go into a brand new game and have any kind of sense. I have to go slow and steady and evolve it up. Will you fall down? See, stop that. I have a lot of fear of heights, and this is dizzying to me. And so instead of saying don't fall down, I say, you know, look up, look up. Okay. Now, the first time I actually made it through, and I got to this point, the Master Sword you wield is now more powerful than before. And it was like 10. And I thought, are you kidding me? Only 40? I went through all of that for 10? I was so disappointed. I wanted it to be like double. If you desire still more power and wish to retry the Blades test, once again, place the Master Sword in its pedestal. We're gonna cook first. Saving. Yay! Yay, team! We did it. We did it. That took an hour and a half. Well, no, I didn't, because I talked a little bit before we got started, and I didn't pay attention to when I stopped talking. Alrighty, we're ready to cook. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. And a horn. And I was going to show you here his happy cooking, but I can't get close enough because I don't have that tree, I guess. And you can't really see because it's got the label in front. So that's why I started at the other place. That little guy, he's got the name of it. He says joy every time you go by. I think that's so sweet. All right, let me shake out those nerves. Shake out that adrenaline. Are you guys ready for me to do the second one? Now the second one, the first one was 2 segments, right? We did mostly bokoblins in the first one, and then we did mostly lizards in the second one. The next level up has 3 segments, so we're going to do 3. That means I have 2 rest stops in between, and that changes the way I'm going to hoard things a little bit. Before the second one, Senior Lady dance time. Let's see, face close up. There's my transition. I love my transition. So, okay, yeah. Da, 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 da. That's my dance. That's my sitting down dance. No, at the rate I'm going, because the next one's longer and has challenges. So what's in the next one? I think the next one we start out flying, and then we have a room of darkness, and then we have guardians. We have guardian scouts. So those are the 3 segments in there, and each one has their own set of challenges and rules and stuff. And I'm doing this because my hands were actually sweating. They were so nervous about not dying. I hate it when they hit me. It's like, and it's the audio, it just, ow, ow. It's really good stuff, really good audio. I hope you guys are having fun. I'm enjoying the emotes. I really am. I think they're just so lively. Okay, I'm ready to eat. Got myself my 30-minute snack. And I've got more hearts to come. I got 8 in this one. I had 9 in the first one. Oh, I got 8 in this one. And I don't think I have to look, I didn't use any of my extra endurance last time, so I'm not going to eat more. There's no gain. I have to keep breathing deeply. Ready for the middle trials. Okay. And I'm going to try to remember not to skip the scenes because I think they add to the ambiance, the drama. And this harkens back to a similar challenge, and I think it was in Skyward Sword. Do you remember that? The Skyward Sword challenge, where you had to go and get your little teardrops assembled, but it had that same feel. Gaming has to become a regular thing now. Oh my gosh. Oh, I skipped it. I'm sorry. This guy, Mr. Fire Guy, I take advantage of him because of these dry leaves. There's a chest above that I really want. I let him go get it for me, and then I get out of the way. And I'm listening to try and time myself so that he doesn't shoot me. He's still aware that I'm there. But now I got myself a weapon. So we're nakey, but now the music has stopped. So I know that they've lost track of me. I'm going to take out this guy because I want the axe. Whoa, he usually doesn't go that way. That's okay. Now I want to get this guy without getting hit, and I don't want him to fall off. So I get between him and the ledge, but because I wanted his bow. And if he's at the edge, the bow and he both go over the edge. And it's like, dang it. I don't need that club, but I do need to move this out of the way. I have accidentally hit it. Nobody likes that. All right, now I've got some arrows. I got a crappy little bow, but I've got arrows. and 2 shots to the head. Take this guy out. And sometimes, if you're quick enough, those guys will just run right off the edge chasing you. But not this time. That's okay. I gotta switch to the better arrow, better bow. Oops, missed. Use some of my extra stamina for that. But I got him. Oh, I'm not on a game screen. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Amateur night. All right. So sorry. Thank you, Pancake. I learned this from DB Geek. Before this, I would go over here and get fire arrows and use one of them. But being a hoarder, I'm real happy to use a bomb that is automatically replenishing. And I'm still collecting. I forgot about gamer screen. Okay. I no longer need those. I'll switch to this little poking device. I've got a shield. I got a couple of mighties coming. That's a good thing to see. Ready for the next room. This is going to have 2 fire whiz robes in it. I want to take them down. I can't get their fire rods though. They go away and I just have to sacrifice them. I want to be sure and hit them when they're not over the platform, so that they fall away and die with one hit. All right, just keeping an eye out now for the other one. He's over there. Okay, let this blow up. Yeah, that's always nice. Oh, not over the platform. There he goes. See, I've tried to collect the... Can't talk. I've tried to collect those fire rods, but all mayhem breaks loose. And then I lose the fire rod off the edge anyway half the time, so it's just not worth it. I'd rather have my attack up. And no mayhem. Oops. Alright, so that guy's easy enough. But the one that's left is a black bokoblin, and he is tough. So what I've learned to do is I actually use this ledge. He's under this ledge, and the ledge keeps me from going too high. So I can kind of get above him and come down. Which gets him distracted enough that I can actually do some damage, darn it. There, see, if I was any good at... Did you see that? He just flew sky high. He flew up. The wind caught him and knocked him up. I've never seen that before. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I have learned that... if he's close to the edge, he goes off the edge, and he takes his weapons with him, and that's no good. I want his weapon. I want his shield. Can't use that one. I got 2 bows now. Got to do my inventory, chat. Okay, back we go to this one. All right, now we are heading into a gauntlet. There's going to be bokoblins all around this room, and they all have different kind of arrows. So there's going to be thunder arrows and ice arrows and bombs. That's what's coming. There's a guy in the middle of this room that has a horn, and my goal is to take out the horn blower as quickly as I can. One time and one time only have I actually been able to get him before he blows the horn. And if I do, then all hell doesn't break loose. But usually that's not the case. So I can't rely on it. It's mayhem, I tell you. So I'm going to jump as fast as I can. And I think, yeah, he's already, no, I got him. Yay! So he didn't alert everybody, so it's nice and quiet. This is so rare. Usually I'm over here hiding from all the death. So there's a chest here that I'm after. Knocked him up. Alrighty, so I got a little spear, and that's a nice thing to have. It's actually better than these scruddy little guys that I've got. So we're gonna upgrade, and we're gonna scooch across the way here. Do we have a raid? Welcome, raiders. I'm focused, so not gonna be able to not Ken talking. Oh, dang it. All right, down we go. I like to hide. Because I don't want the guy across the way, he's a black bokoblin. He's a lot tougher. So, aerial attack. And while he's down, hit him again. Again, I'm trying to keep him away from the edge. Keep him from hitting me. But I think he threw, oh, it didn't go off. Yay, team. Yay! Okay, we're doing well. So far, the others are none the wiser, so I don't have ice arrows coming at me. I don't have bomb arrows coming at me. And I'm collecting some good ones. Take a moment. Now I gotta grab my better bow. And take a breather. It's like, whew. All right, I'm okay. I'm headed across the way. See, that's the guy I'm going after next. And I'm trying to not rouse suspicions of this guy. See that guy? He has a phrenic bow. He has a phrenic bow and he has bombs. And if he sees me, he can get me anywhere in this room. He's a sharp shooter with that phrenic bow. So I got that guy. Got a better bow. And I land behind these things so I don't get their attention. I get back in the air as quickly as I can. Same reason. Take him out. Take him out. Now, I think I'll do this again. He's right at the edge, and the odds of me being able to... wait. See if I can shoot him back a little bit. Oh, he went off. Darn it. I wanted the bow, and I didn't get it. It's a little easier if you've got the phrenic bow, but oh well, at least he didn't get me. He's a tough little monkey. Okay. These are good to have. And more arrows is always good. I discover that arrows is really sort of king of everything in master mode. The better you are at arrows. Yes, yes. Kaylor, thank you for gifting subs. I did not expect, nor do you need to do that. What a sweet thing to do. Oh my gosh. Yes, we have a community crossover. We're a DB Geek subculture here. And we love all things Zelda and music. That's really what we're here for. So welcome, welcome. Hi, Torque. I'm taking a moment to say howdy and enjoy the chat. I don't have any idea how many are here or who all it is. I'm focused because this is master mode, dang it. Is DB Geek here? Welcome. I don't know that you're ever going to do master mode trials, so I don't think these are spoilers. Enjoy. Okay, I'm sorting. I like to sort just to take a little moment, take a breather. Azure Light says I'm good at it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't. If you were here in the beginning, you'd have heard that I was nowhere near good when I first started this. Heck, the first time I picked up Breath of the Wild, I didn't understand that you could push down on the controller and actually, so I didn't even know how to handle the scope. I kept pulling it back instead of pushing downward. I've learned a lot. Okay, the next place we're going to, guys, is a guardian, but he's a stationary guardian. So I'm going to hit him with an arrow and then just whack away at him to take care of business. And this only works because I have my attack up buff. This is so much harder without that. You go through so many weapons so quickly without that buff. And I never used buffs in normal mode. Didn't really need to. That just buys me enough time to slam down on him and get behind him. And that's enough to shock him so he can't find me. I just whack away. The first time I hid everywhere and took like hours trying to figure out how to take him down because I didn't have ancient arrows, and I thought the first time that you had to have ancient arrows. I didn't have the guts to try to parry. I was stunned. It never occurred to me you could parry a guardian until I saw DB Geek do it in the very first Breath of the Wild playthrough. My eyes just went, what? And it took me ages to realize that the only way to get this chest was to do it from the air, because you've got to get all 3 balloons for it to fall straight down. Otherwise it goes crazy and off the edge. But it's got a really good shield. Now there's another chest up there, and I'm not going to go for it. It takes too long. I'd rather have my attack up. It's just a bow. So it's not worth it. Parry God, you are, man. You totally are, Dee Dee. All right. Now, time to collect a fairy, and I really do need to be sneaky sneak. So I take everything off. Everything. And sort. And get quiet. Slow down and get quiet. I actually, after I saw DB Geek parry that guy, I went back into the game. Uh-oh, lost him. Can't talk and pick up fairies at the same time. Too bad. Okay, so I actually went back into the game because I didn't believe it was even possible, and I tried and I tried and I tried. I actually got to where I could do it. So I felt better about myself, but I can't do it under duress. In the heat of battle, I get so nervous I can't parry. I duck. Yay, trousers. Sometimes I actually forget I have trousers. Forget to put them on. Get used to going around naked. Okay. So I didn't get my fairy. That means I have to actually be mindful about not getting hit. Just collect. All right, it's time to check and see what kind of goodies we've been able to amass here. We have a little bit of Mighty Up, but not a lot. And I don't really need it in the upcoming... I still have 20 minutes left on my attack, so I'm not going to cook those. I'm going to hope I get more in the next scene and actually get a good solid attack up for the end game. So I'll leave those alone. All right, now I have some special guys I can't really use, so I'm just going to cook them together. And since that's just 3, let's add that. That's pretty good. Let's get closer to the pot, shall we? That was silly. Okay, that's like a 9. So just to let folks that are just getting here, I came here directly after getting my my sword. So I only have 13 real hearts. So it doesn't make sense for me to max out every single meal. I'm only going for like 10-ish. 10-ish. Okay, now here's some defense. And I can't really use the defense. And the reason I can't is because I've got 20 minutes of attack right now. So I'm just going to blend them with another specialty and just create some hearts. Okay. And now it's just food. And hopefully I don't actually need any of it. Wouldn't that be grand? So mushroom here and some meat there. And in my imagination, I'm just making meals that I myself might want to eat. I haven't studied all the different meals that there are. You know, once I discovered Hardee's, I was done. It's like, yeah, okay, give me Hardee's. That'll do. So 3 of these, no. 2 of those, 3 of those. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then another one. Okay, is Nancy here? Nancy's my sister-in-law. Thank you, Nancy. I'm glad you're here. I didn't think you were coming today. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, guys. We are cooked and ready for the next level, which is so stinking hard. Let's just chat about that a little bit. Only I'm not going to go back to the chatting screen. Need water. We are going into the dark. And turns out the dark means I can't see very well at all, but the bad guys can see just fine. And they can hear just fine. And it turns out even if I have my shield up, they can slice right through it because in the dark they can see around it or something. So shield work doesn't do me diddly in the dark. And what does help is arrows and distance as much as you can. And so you start looking for their beady little eyes and trying to aim without all your visual cues. You can't use stasis unless they're up close. Once they get close enough, stuff starts to work, but mostly not. So it's hard. Okay. The first room is not hard or even scary. I'm just going to take a cheapy little spear in there for insurance sake. It's going to be about using arrows. I'm not going to use my shield. And I'm not even going to keep that little guy. Don't need it. All right. The first room is all about some fire keys. Oh, yeah. And it's not just the dark. It's about the dark and fire. Because it's not enough that it's dark. These guys. So yeah, we come in here. Now, different than normal mode, that little electric choo-choo over there, he's bigger. And he actually takes out 2 of the keys, which I think is kind of nice. Then there's 2 more coming in here. And it's hard to see them. Hard to get a good bead. So, and they're not coming close. That's different. Usually they just fly right at me. So I'm going to use my little cheapy spear and say bye-bye. So yeah, that's not scary or hard. And then there's no chests in here. There's no eggs up in the trees. So we just get ready for the next room. And the next room is really hard. The next room, I'm going to get a nice strong hand weapon and hope I don't need it. Use my best bow. And I only have, oh no, I just noticed. I only got 2 ice arrows. Remember the room we were in where there was bokoblins all around and I picked up a bunch of special arrows. I picked up 6 bombs and 6 shock arrows, but only 2 ice arrows. Now I'm going into a room that has 2 fire-breathing lizards, and I would love to take them out with those 2 ice arrows, but I can't because the room after has a fire whiz robe, and I really, really have to take him down with one of these. So I can't use more than 1 ice arrow coming in. Dang it. Dang it. That's not what I wanted. And that means I have to come up with a backup plan, and it's probably going to be electricity and beat him up. Whack away. Okay. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. There's a hut in the middle, and there's 2 more lizards inside that hut. They each have fire arrows and a fire weapon. So here's this first guy. He's gonna come running. And as soon as he gets close. Okay. Now I can't do that with the second guy. And he's right there. And he's too close. He's too close to the hut. So I drew his fire. Okay, got him. Okay. Whoo, doggies. Now, I want to get the 2 inside, but because they have fire and can range attack, hit me from a distance, I go ahead and sacrifice the food that's in the hut by hitting one of these lights with a regular arrow. This doesn't kill them, but it creates some mayhem. And that does some more damage. Oh dang, missed. There's still him. Used up every bomb. But you know what? They're just so tough in the dark that I just can't deal with it. So yeah, that's a little sloppy. Oh, I don't need a torch. And I end up with cooked food. And I actually just find myself hoping that there's no bananas. I didn't sacrifice bananas, and I didn't. I just got some roasty toasty snacks. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Well, now. Oh, a few more fire arrows. So I'm out of bomb arrows. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. The next one is going to be ice arrow against a whiz robe. So let's go. I think I got all the goodies out of here. No? No, there's one more. Let me grab that. And let me tidy up. I can't use that. I can't use that. And I'm certainly not that. That'll be helpful. Because the guys in this room, there's going to be 3 bokoblins as well. And I want to pick up weapons so they can't. So I just sort of sneak my way this way. Did I put on a shield? No, I don't want to. Turns out shields are noisy. They pretty much help these guys find you in the dark. At least that's what it feels like to me. I'm climbing this wall because I need to fire a good shot at this. I only have the 1 arrow. The wizard's on the other side of this wall. I'm going slow. I'm up. There he is. Okay. Got him. Got my meteor rod, which is golden. I need it later. But I need to get out of here before the bokoblins notice me. 3 of them against me in the dark is like just lay over and die. It's just horrible. I think there's 2 black ones and 1 silver one. I'm not sure. I think they saw me. Because it's dark. But based on how hard it is to kill them, I come up onto this to get some view. They're around that little campfire. So it's like, there's one. You see their beady little eyes. There's the 2 easier ones are on the 2 outer ends, and the hard one is in the middle. So I'm going to use a bit of fire on this guy, which is not enough. I'm trying to get headshots, which is always hard, but I got one. Now the second one has a heavy-duty weapon that's on fire. And he's hiding behind the meat. That swine. Trying to get a headshot. It's hard to see without being able to see his eyes. Alright. Now comes the hard part. I need a better bow. And I need some electricity to hold this guy at bay. I need my best weapon. And hopefully my shield is going to help. I'm going after this dude. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to jump. By using the electricity, he dropped his weapons. Which is vital. Because he's got good weapons. And he's really strong. But because I did all of that, I was able to get him. Yay! If I mess that up, he kills me so easily. So easily. He's brutal. Okay. And somehow I have too much stuff. Time to kind of regroup. I want the dragon bone. Alright. Let's get some supplies. And I'm happy that I didn't set any of that on fire. Sometimes that happens. That's such a shame. Oh, arrow. And that's more arrows. Yay, team. Now these I can't use. I already have stuff that's better. So I'm actually done in here. That was, that went well. I'm very happy. Life is good. I have 91 arrows. That's excellent. So the next room is a guardian, another stationary guardian. I'm going to do exactly what I did with the first guardian. I'm going to hit him with a couple of arrows and whack away at him. You look so relaxed. I'm not. My hands are sticky. They're sticky holding my controller. I am not relaxed. And I'm doing my best to talk, and that's hard. I actually had to practice talking and playing at the same time. That does not come naturally. But I marveled that DB Geek could do it, and I thought, okay, I'll practice. Okay, on the other side of this wall here, in the darkness, there's the guardian. But, you know, there's a wall, so I'm safe to just run up here and get myself into a nice little position where I can get a nice little headshot. And come on in while he's a little bit discombobulated. Just whack away. Notice it's less efficient in the dark. Even though I had ZL, I was targeting him in the dark. They make it so that you're just less efficient. Kind of cheat. I'm total hoarder because I'm going over here and get more arrows. And that's because in the next room, I'm going to only use arrows. Lots and lots of arrows. But that's a clue. If they, you know, whatever they're giving you, that's their way of saying, why would we do that? There's got to be a good reason. And it's because that's what you got to be using. You're a natural? I am not. I am not a natural. I got this game in 2017. I've been really, really working it. So the Hinox is dead ahead of me. I do not want to take him on in the dark by hand. It's just horrible. So I sneak my way. I'm sneaking up to this little platform. Now I can walk. And there's arrows to be had here. Might as well do that now. And I take out this light, because sometimes it gets in my way. And now I'm ready to try and wake him up. Hello. Now, if I wait for eyeball shots, he recovers too much. So I cannot wait. And I do not want to take him on in hand-to-hand. So I just whack away with arrows. Use up a bow. Use up arrows. But, you know, I'm fairly safe here. And I have attack up, and that actually makes the arrows more powerful. So it's worth, this is worth doing. If I didn't have attack up, oh, it's done. If I didn't have attack up, that would really not be a good way to go. Actually, I don't know if I could do this without the attack up. I don't think I can. I think I wear out all my stuff too soon. Now here's a sucker punch or sucker play. Do not stand, I've done this, do not stand on the blue circle while you go to collect your goodies. I've done that. I tried to collect a fairy, I tried to collect a weapon, and then you just transport away. And you're like, no. So much to learn. All right, I think we're done. Yes. We're done with this level. So I'm taking a nice deep breath. Gonna get naked again. Oh yeah, I don't need it. And I want to actually pick up my fairies this time. I'm a pro. I've gotten a lot better, but I still so much to learn. I still marvel. Just yesterday, stuff happened that was new to me. Okay, down we go. It's only in the last month I learned how to sneak attack properly. Okay, up you get. Where are we going? We're going in to see a bunch of Guardian Scouts. So, let me get my axe. And see what kind of goodies they give us. They're giving us wood tools. I'm not sure why. Does anybody know, is wood particularly good against Guardian Scouts? I don't need that. I don't need that. Okay. Got my tunic. I get dressed. So might as well put on an outfit and go over here and get more mushrooms. And more fish. That was a lousy little toss. And a couple of more mushrooms over here. Did I get any better hearties? Well, I got one. 1, 2, 3. So this is better than a sharp stick in the eye anyway. When I run out of my mighties, when I run out of my strength buff in the next 12 minutes, I'm glad to have that for the end. Dire Prongs, welcome on in. Welcome everybody that I've missed. I'm so sorry that I can't watch chat and do this. This takes all my attention. It really does. Okay, I don't have Hardee's, but I do have some specialty ones that I can't really take advantage of. Although I did use up my my little yellow circle. So let's go ahead and get that at the ready just in case. It's just a scooch, but I may need it. And I'll cook those up together. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Just make some food. Better than a sharp stick in the eye. My husband used to say better than a sharp stick in the eye, and it stuck. Okay, so 3 of those. That's probably pretty good. And so for folks just tuning in and they're watching me doing this, 2 fairies is not enough to cook with. You know, I know you physically can, but I need the insurance, so I'm not cooking with my fairies. I will on Friday when I get into the last one. You finally get enough fairies there where I feel safe, but not today. Can cook wood for hard rock food. Yeah, and I used to do that. In my first playthroughs, I cooked every bit of wood. I cooked every nut that fell from every tree, and I needed every bit of it. And you do, because there's so much to learn. This is not like just run through and be done. It's go through, learn some stuff, die, go through, learn some more stuff, die. I mean, it's ever growing. But it just takes a long time. And yeah, you do need all the buffs you can get your hands on for it to work out. Because I only have 13 red hearts, it doesn't make sense for me to try to get, great thunderous meals. Can't really use them. So here I am. I've actually got a good bit. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I still have 7 of my original hearts. I've only lost 1 heart since starting this middle level, so that's pretty good. It only takes like 1 hit to drop me down to like 1, so I can't get cocky about it. So I'm saving this meal to the end game because I'm going to need to be tough for the very last guy. We're going in against Guardian Scouts in the water, so I want to use some electricity, and I want to use a pretty good bow. That's all I'm going to need to start out. So let's go get them. First, let's have a drink. I burned a grilled cheese sandwich 2 days ago. Yeah, cooking's not that easy. I got distracted. Literally, I started cooking my lunch, had a grilled cheese sandwich in there going, and I thought, I had an idea for something here in my rig, and I came in here just to test something, just a quick test, and I got all involved, and then I started to see the smoke. Yeah, cooking's not easy. Okay, let's go. Oh, I should have gotten my ice prepared. I didn't. I forgot about it. First thing I want to do is lay down some ice. So let's get that ready. There, 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 and hide. And that's because they're all after you at once, and I'd much rather they just calm down. Calm down. So that takes him out. And that takes him out. Okay. I don't want to waste it. Okay. My first time in there, they all hit me straight away. I wasn't prepared. See, so that's why I think it's not really meant for you to get it like the first time, because who could know all of that up front? Calm down, you angry glow sticks. Okay, now this next room, there are 3 guardians, each with 1 weapon, and they converge, just like all of these guys. You go into any room, they all know you're there. It's just like the blood moon just ended. Everybody's awake and alert. So there's 3 of them, and they come after me, and I've tried going to the left and to the right to just try to isolate 1 or 2, but they all come. So my goal is to make it through the middle to get to where there's a metal box. And this took me so much practice to learn how to use the darn metal box. I kept trying to drop the metal box on the bad guys, and it doesn't work. These guys are too fast. They're too cagey. You drop, and they just move out of the way. And there you are, totally exposed. I've tried stasising them and then grabbing the box and dropping the box. None of that has worked for me. So instead, I've learned to take my controller and go wham. So it's still awkward, it's still hard, but at least it works some of the time. So I just moved my keyboard out of the way so I can go wham and not hit something. And I might hit the mic, we'll see. That's the risk I take. To get these guys, I'm going to probably use electricity against them, and I'm going to have stasis against them. No, yes, maybe. Depends on timing. I never know. I never know. It's never the same. I have to keep so alert. Okay, one on each side, one in the middle. I'm going down the middle. Yeah. And I go around the corner. He's already recovered, so I do that again. And hopefully, uh-oh, one of the other guys is here. I gotta get out of the way. And I hide. And I hope that the second guy leaves. And I think he might have. And I'm using their attack noises. Okay, I hear one in front of me and I see a second one. So I think I only have one right now. I'm gonna go ahead and open the chest as long as I'm here and hiding. Pick up my bow. And I'm gonna peek. Yeah, he's there. Maybe he can't get me though. And I'm gonna try. And I'm using the box. There, see? Okay. I feel like I'm cheating. Okay, so I got that one, but not this one. There we go. It ain't pretty, but it's working. So I've got two of their weapons handy. We'll take out that, grab that. Where's the other one? Over here. And I certainly don't need an axe anymore. There's no more goodies, no more goodie boxes to be had. Now let's see if we can take this dude out. Gonna get it ahead of me a little bit. And as soon as it stops, whack! Yay! It works better when you say whack. That's part of the technical. Okay, I've got 3 stuff. You gotta say whack. Okay. I just have to take a moment. Okay, now the next room is a gauntlet. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 up on platforms aiming at me with their beams, and 2 that are kind of lurking down on the ground, and there's going to be water all around. They're all aiming at me when I first get in there, so I have to try and take out the closest 2 and then just get out of the way. That's my strategy. I hide a lot. But when I don't, I get killed. So I have 104 arrows. I've been doing a really good job of collecting arrows, and I'm going to use them. Now that I probably need to be using a shield. Might as well grab that. Get ready. Get ready. This is where if you're an actual archer type, you know, like DB Geek, he can shoot and run at the same time. I'm not very good at it. But for some reason... Okay, there they are. Yeah, I knew they were going to wake up. I got to get out of their way. So I just hide here until they just sort of lose interest. And it gets quiet. Okay. And they just go back to sleep. Now, I want to be taking these guys out, and they are tough. So I don't use a lot of weapons against them. That's silly. Instead, I'm going to use a spear and just poke them in the water. And hopefully... Alright, I just attracted him. Yes. They're cagey. They're cagey. And I'm going to just come over this way and get this guy. All right. Now, ready to do the same thing. I want to attract the walking dude. Come on. And try and get him fairly close to the edge. Not that way. There you go. And in master mode, those guys can actually hang on to the edge pretty well. Okay, I still have one more to go. Bye, dude. Okay. Alrighty. That went well. That actually works. It does. It works and it saves weapons. Look at all the weapons I have. But see, it's because I have attack up. If you don't have attack up, you can do that till the cows come home, and it's not enough. It's not enough horsepower. All right, there's a couple of 20s that just dropped. I'll want some of them, and better than that even against Guardians. So I'm gonna drop that. That's really not that great, and that's not that great. So let's see. I can't use the shields. They're not as good as the one I have. And I'm so bad at shield work that by the end of the game, I still have them all sparkly anyway. I'm just no good at it. Now this can be a good weapon. It's a good number. It's like a 32 or something. 32. But I don't always use it. I end up using these guys instead. Alrighty guys, we are ready to go into the next room, and the next room has 2 guardians, each with 2 hands full. 3 weapons total. They're fast, they're tough, but there's dry leaves in there. It took me ages, who knows how long, to actually notice that there were dry leaves in this room. And I've got fire, so I'm going to use fire against these bad boys, and I'm going to use arrows against these bad boys. I'll have my shield, but that's my strat, fire. And I'll probably get burned. It's worth it. It's worth it, because the fire not only hurts them, but it gives me some height. And it beats the heck out of trying to fight these 2 guys at once. See? All right, I'm gonna try and get up here. Ah, good. And shield. Okay, now the other guy, he didn't get hurt too badly, Mr. Shield Man. So I'm gonna come down here where there's more. See, it kind of dazzles him. And he's not able to defend himself. Exactly, you light them up. You go head to head with that guy. That's good to have. You go head to head with that guy, and they beat you up badly. They gang up on you. You know, one of them's getting you with his beam, while the other one is cleaning your clock with a sword, and it's just awful. So I won't have. I'll let that go. Now, I am armed. I am armed for bear. I still have, oh my gosh, I still have almost 6 minutes of attack. I may not need my attack buff. I have 2, 4, 6 yellow hearts. This has gone really well. This has really been nice. And my shield is still sparkling. And that's because a lot of my attacks have been, arrows and far away. I just have to take a moment. This next guy, he's a major test of strength guy. He's got 3 bits of armor, no, weaponry, and I have to take him down. The hardest part with him is that, at the end when the Guardians hunker down and turn blue and start to gather up all their energy, and then they hit you with beam after beam after beam, Well, if I let him do that, I'm dead. There's just no real places for me to hide because those beams are so strong, they blast right through any of the posts that you may be hiding behind. They'll destroy a post, and then there comes another beam, and you're behind it, and you just roll and die. So I have to get him, and I have to get him before that charges up thoroughly. And so I've got the strongest weapons I possibly could get. I've hoarded them. And I have my attack up, and I've hoarded a backup attack up for this. That's why. It's all leading up to this bad boy. And I actually have plenty right now to take him down. If I'm not stupid. If I don't let him clock me too many times. This is where perfect dodge is so handy. And I wish I was really good at it. And I'm not. See, that wasn't very good. No. Okay. I mostly have to steer clear of his axe. And just wail away. And not let him regenerate health. I never did get the timing right on when to back up against the axe. Clearly didn't get the timing right on that either. Let's go. Good grief. Ooh, got a decent one. I don't want him to do that. In normal mode, I would have let him spin up and I would have gone aerial, but he recovers too much if I do. Whoops, missed. Come on over here, I just need to get near a post. I don't have any more of those. Don't have any more of those. Got some of these. Just trying to make sure he doesn't waste time and recover. Okay. Rats. There, is he turning blue? No. He might be getting ready to turn blue. Yeah, he's getting ready to turn blue. Okay, so I get my strongest weapon of guardian variety. And I wait till he gets up. Stasis. I think this will be enough. Got him. Yay! Oh my goodness. Need water. Thank you for the GGs. Thank you, thank you. Oh, mercy sakes. I'm shaken. To the one chosen by the sacred blade, I commend your efforts in this trial. You're now stronger enough to wield more of the Master Sword's power than ever before. Courageous hero, chosen by the blade. Take hold of the Master Sword. I'm looking up. I'm not looking down. La 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 la. I think I can run. Feel safe enough. Okay. It's the beginning that's always so hard. It's a little wobbly. I've never actually fallen off of this. It just always feels like I'm gonna. Yeah, now do Roxas. It is beautiful in there. And there have been times I've just stood on the platform and gaze around and marvel that the developers of the game envisioned somebody would actually make something like that. Okay. Ta-da! You finally returned. You look stronger than when I last saw you. The master sword you wield is now more powerful than before. Voila! And if you desire still more power and wish to retry that blade's test, once again, place the master sword in its pedestal. And that's Friday. That's what we're gonna do Friday. Masterclass. You guys. Okay, I'm gonna just let it be there. Put my controller down. Oh, you guys, my hands are like this. Oh, so shaky. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to the face close-up so I can say hi. That was something, huh? So yeah, so I'll be here Friday and I will do the 3rd level. I'm absolutely worn out now. If you guys were to say, keep going, the answer is no. No, I really do need to rest up and get ready because the next one is 4 levels big. So it's almost as big as these 2 together. Just taught us how it's all done. It's how I sorted out. Now, some of that, you remember I told you I had to go online because it just kept losing and losing and losing and losing. And I went online and I learned, and I didn't understand how very much there was to learn. I didn't understand about how fire would actually slow those guys down, stall them enough to where I could get some headshots in. So much to learn. And I haven't learned it all. Like I said, I don't know how to parry under stress. I don't know how, I rarely get a good side jump in. I get so tense that instead of jumping side to side, I crouch down, and I bet you guys do that too. Doesn't that drive you nuts? You're trying to go back and you accidentally go down, and now you're just this silly sitting duck. Yeah. So much to learn. So if you go in with the attitude of, I want to get it done, you're not going to master it. You have to go in with, I want to understand everything that the developers built in because it's vast, it's juicy. Master mode is a really different game than normal mode. Really different. I crouch and scream. Exactly. And then I cuss. Every time I crouch when I didn't mean to and I'm in a battle, yeah, that's when salty comes out. Salty. That's a term I didn't know till I came to Twitch. Mm-hmm. So guys, we're done. Thank you for coming and joining me for my 6-month celebration, part 1. Part 2 is on Friday. We're going to take down the rest of this thing, and different skills are going to come into play. So I'm hoping you come. I hope you think it's fun and interesting and entertaining. And that's about it. I do need to look up somebody to raid. I know I got a raid, and I think it was DB Geek because I think I saw his name, and thank you for that. Farscaper said it was fantastic. Oh, thank you. Gerudo Princess. Oh, glad you were part of the raid. Glad you're here. And Evie ate my essay and Sun Song. Thank you, thank you. Dire Prongs, thank you. Bopaju, I'm glad you could stay awake for this whole thing. Wow. So the VOD, I get to keep the VOD for 2 whole weeks on there. So if you missed it, or if folks wanted to see it and missed it, let them know the VOD's actually alive. We got a hype train? Oh my gosh. I was in the zone. Brando, Biggie Sweats, Lenaria, Smithick, Smitty Jane, they're all live right now? Okay. I don't know how many folks we have here, but Brando is, out of all of those, I think Brando's probably the one I want to raid because he's such a good Zelda fan. And Dumpy dropped a bunch of subs. I barely saw that. I don't, Dumpy Sheep, are you still here? If you're here, thank you so much for that. Thank you. My community appreciates it. And I hope you stayed and enjoyed. That's really what I hope folks are having fun, because to me, the whole point of this celebration is community. If it wasn't for Twitch, I wouldn't have my community. And I love this. I just love being able to share stuff I love to do. Talk lore. You know, in my age group, I'll go and talk with neighbors and I'll say Zelda, and their eyes get this little distant glaze and say things like, oh, I'm happy for you. I'm happy you found something. That's not the same. That's not the same as being able to come in here and really talk about bokoblins. So yeah, this is awesome. It's Brando. We're going to go and raid Brando. So thank you. What a great day this was. Brando, in real life. We're coming for you, dude. See you guys on Friday. All right, we've got some viewers ready to go. It's counting. It's doing its little countdown. Bless your hearts for being with me. I hope you're with me longer. Let's just keep playing. Let's have fun with Twitch as long as we can. All right, I'm ready to click the raid now, and I will see you guys Friday. Bye.